Hello traders, welcome back to this week's forecast. I hope you're doing well. It's another Sunday, it's the 4th of December 2022 and the time is 12:36 p.m. It's lunchtime in London. Okay, so we are currently looking at the dollar index and last week I anticipated bearishness, consolidation to bearishness, and we got that on the H4. I gave you a level that if we traded to it, I'll look for sell. I'll look for buy on the foreign currencies, and that was this bearish order block here. Okay, we traded to it 1, 2 deeper, run everybody out, and then it went down. It was very beautiful to see, and I actually got some buys on the foreign currencies. Most importantly, their crosses. I'll show you when we get there. Now this week, I'm still bearish. However, we do have this imbalance in here that might cause price to pull back. So I'm watching that to see how we're gonna trade in here going into Monday. If I see a rejection, maybe that might cause the foreign currencies to give us a retracement for a continuation to the upside. So you can notice I've highlighted a volume imbalance in here. It's similar to that one, right? So if we do get a bounce, that's where I'll anticipate them going, and then I'll look for a rejection to continue going lower. I like this equal lows over here and then that imbalance down there. So truly my next downside objective would be down here, okay, because I don't see, I'm sorry, my next downside objectives will be here, that volume imbalance right there, small one. So that will be my next downside objective. Depends how we go up. I'll look to set for another move to the downside. Okay, so that will give you euro to continue going up. I like this clinical highs over here. You can see we have an imbalance. Also, it brings us back to COVID old low. So be mindful of that because price might bump into the gap or low and then give a aggressive retracement, right? So if you do get by, make sure that you do take most of your profit off in here. All right, if you drop down to the H4, you can see we are definitely bullish. They've run people out and then made a new high last week. When this NFP came out, I wanted to see them drop a little bit lower inside the H1 to attack this low rather, and then hit this breaker for a buy, but that wasn't the case. So going into this week, that's what I'm looking for. Potentially run Friday's low and then rejection to go up. That would be the ideal scenario. Can it happen? Maybe, because we do have this bearish order block here. So I'm not gonna chase price on Monday. I will see how they're gonna trade up in here, and then that might cause a movement to the downside, and then I'll wait for it to get to maybe Friday's low, take that one out, and then I'll look for the buy instead. Aussie, we did get a kind of a pause in here, but I still think it's gonna trade through that. I did check the economic calendar, and there's some high impact news on Aussie going into this week. One of them is rate announcement, the other is GDP. So that might inject a lot of volatility into this one, and I'm looking for price to trade up here. Okay, so any pullback, that will set the stage for a buy to trade up here. Now if we lose this low here, right, if we break it, I'll still be bullish, but I'll require price to give me reasons to go up again. So then I'll be paying attention to this imbalance in here. So it doesn't change my bias, it's just that I will have to wait for price to give me more data for me to use to continue or to confirm that price wants to continue going up. New Zealand, like this equal high here, that's a bearish order block, might cause price to pull back maybe to this old high or maybe to this imbalance. It's all going to be depending on how we trade on Monday and Tuesday. So I'll look at Monday. Do we get a rejection in here? Then I'll start looking here and here. To be specific, this old high here, right? And then I'll be looking for a buy to attack this one, that, and then trade into this. Crude oil, we've had a rejection below this low here after we did hit the level that I gave last week. Took out a short-term high. Now it did not close above it. That leaves me a little bit concerned because that could be a run above this high and then it could go back lower. But since we've just gone below this low, we had one low, another low here. To me, that looks more of a accumulation below this low, hence price would like to go up. So there's these two volume imbalance that I came across, this one and that. I'm gonna use those two as my resistance level and support level. So here I want to see a buy, trade up there for this week. Maybe not the entire week, but that's what I'm forecasting, right? Euro yen. My next downside objective is down here. I actually have a sell on a small account that I trade for fun. We went into the weekend coming back to this bearish order block and then rejection. That was beautiful on the 15 minutes time frame. I got a sell here. So towards the end of the day or end of the week, that's what I got in. It's risky, but it's a small account that I play with, so it's okay. I sold right there. On the 5 minute chart, you will see it properly. So we had run above this high, break of structure, last down candle, break up, down. So I'll see how we're gonna trade on Monday because I still think we might drop down here and possibly into that. Now, how we trade here is going to be important because I am going to be bullish going into maybe mid-December to early January. So I want this low to stay, right? I want this low to stay. So maybe it might require for them to come and attack this low. That's fine. And then I'll look for rejection to go up. For now, I'm sticking with what I'm seeing right here. So down to here, there, and then maybe this. But it's going to be hard one. Okay, so that's why for my cells, I'm gonna get out below this low here, and then I'll leave the rest and see how we're gonna trade in here. Then based on what I see, I'll play that. Let's go over to Euro New Zealand. We went through the level that I gave last week as the drawn liquidity. This week, this is my draw. Now, maybe it might require to pull back between Monday and Wednesday. If it does, that'll be fantastic because I still think they're gonna trade in here. So I'll be looking for lower prices on Euro New Zealand. If you see going up, don't be scared. Just use the lesson that I gave regarding where high probability trades are gonna form. Okay, if you see going up, just pull your fib, measure the range, and then find up here, and then sell back down here. New Zealand CAD, amazing. This is the pair I focused on. This pair and pound CAD and euro pound were the pairs that I focused on last week. I got a honestly I got stopped out on Monday because I jumped in too early. I saw this coming, right? So I was just too impatient for that to unfold. So I got in. There's a H4 auto block that was formed. I got in there and it did take Friday's high and Thursday's high and then came right back down, stopped me out because my stop was below that low. I didn't expect them to go there. And then early hours on Tuesday, I saw another order block here and I bought that. And then on Wednesday, when price pulled back, I bought that one as well. There was a range. Why don't you show me? There we go. So this is what I bought on Sunday when the market opened, right? I bought the pullback. So it was OTE, this low to this high. That was my buy, and then it went up. Great. Took out this side and then boom, came back down and stopped me out. I should have, moved my stop loss below this, but that's okay. Then Monday we had this form, and then right here after this low was formed, because I was looking at this as if you're bullish, which we are, then this should be a run on stop, which they did run me out. That's why I said I should have put it there, because if price is bullish and we run an old low, there's a high probability it's going to be a raid. So I took the loss, and then it formed the swing low right below this. After taking out this side, boom, I went long right here. I was awake, went long right here because I anticipated it. I ran all of that. And then on Wednesday, this pullback happened in New York session, back to this old high and this breaker. So if you look at this low, this high, that low, break, that high, breaker, hit it, and then on the 1 hour time frame, right here, that's my entry with a stop below that, and then I wrote all of that to this level, and I closed all my trades because it was Thursday and I thought they were going to form the high of the week. Friday continued. I didn't get any trade. It pulled back, but I don't like taking entries on Fridays, especially on pairs that I think we might get some form of a pullback when the new week starts, right? So I did not get an entry. Now, why didn't I buy it? Because if we do get Thursday to form the high of the week, then there's a high probability that Monday, Tuesday is going to retrace. If we don't get that, then Friday forms the high. This is very risky for buys because when the week starts, this is a guarantee. Let me say it properly. There's a high probability price will retrace before going up. So it leaves this downside risk where if the week is gonna go up, it might form the low on Tuesday or Monday. That's why I don't want to buy on Friday, because if they come down, I don't know how far they're gonna go, and that might, trigger me to do some things that I'm not supposed to do. So that's why I didn't buy. But long story short, I'm bullish. I'm looking for price to go and attack these equal highs, right? Maybe, like I said, this is an auto block here, so price might retrace. Hence, I'm not buying it. Right? It's too high. I want discount. I want them to give me a discount, and then I'll buy. So I'll see how we trade on Monday, and then I'll take a decision from there. Same thing with pound CAD. Beautiful. Again, I got stopped out on Monday. I was impatient. Let me show you where I bought. I bought um, here. So I bought this on Monday because I thought they were not going to give me that entry. I saw the movement upcoming, so I bought there, left my stop loss here, and then price went up. I was nicely in profit, and then boom, came back, stopped me out. And then the same thing that I did with New Zealand CAD right here. I bought that and then wrote all of that, pulled back, I bought it again here, and then wrote all of that, and I closed out on Thursday. And on Friday, I wanted to buy it, but same idea with the New Zealand CAD. Just leave it alone and wait till Monday. So I want to see how I'll find another entry to trade up in here. Okay. Euro pound. The next downside objective is here. very nice move to the downside. Last week, this was the trade of the week. I got a sell, zero drawdown right here. Right, zero drawdown right there. And then I got another entry inside this. Show you. Those of you that wants to learn more, just reach out, because I still have I've got 19 people, so I still got 11 places open. I just want to help 30 people. After that, next year I'm done here. So once price hit that level, okay, price hit that level, I know I'm taking a bit longer, but I'm giving you some small lesson in here, right? Price hit that level, it's a resistance, it's a bearish order block on the H4, break down, pull back, and go to the 5-minute chart so you can see it. There we go. So right here, another entry right there. So entry here, because that was a sell limit based on the H4, and then break down this candle. Nice one. Pull back, fair value gap, boom, sell, and that was the trade of the week. And you can see, held on to it to attack this equal low, and that was it. So from here to there, here to there. And then I saw this trade on Friday again. I don't like trading Fridays, because last week Friday I wanted to sell short the held price in the consolidation. I wanted them to. So if you look at this high to this low, right, Friday pulled back into that range, and then right here, same thing that you're seeing here, okay, right here, that was the same thing. So let me zoom in. Friday, that was London session. That candle right there confirms that we're going lower. So it pulled back, and I was like, okay, let me sell it. And then they stayed there till, and then nothing happened until Monday. So you see why I don't like trading on Fridays, because if I get in, I know I'm bearish, it's gonna go down, but you don't know how Monday is gonna trade. So if you sell it and you hold it, and then Monday comes and it does something like that, yeah, you're gonna feel it, especially if you go in with a big lot size. So same thing on Friday. If you look at the candle, 6, that candle, same thing here. So New York session pulled back into that, and I was tempted to sell short to attack this low, but I said, sit on your hands. I actually sat on my hands in my office chair, did not touch it, but I did give a reaction. But I think maybe Monday might trade higher, take out Friday's high before resuming going lower. So the next downside of the objective, I think, is put the full figure here, 8500. That will be the next draw on liquidity. So look for sell to trade down. Okay. For my NAS traders or indices traders, I think we're gonna trade up here. Why this level? That's reserved for the private members. So I like this rejection. On the lower time frame, I don't like the way it rejected, right? So I want to see how we trade on Monday. Okay, I want to see how we trade on Monday, but my objective is up here. We could close all the void in, but I'm taking partial, or look inside this, right? That's the middle, partial there. Okay, if you do get buy, but the buy, I want to see it come back and attack Friday's low and then go up. If it does go up, wait for it to pull back and then you buy to continue going up. I think indices will continue going up. We probably might have formed an important low here. Okay, so this high, that high might be to draw on liquidity. Okay, so if you look at this low to this high, back to this low accumulation, this could be a buy model, and we could end up here, or we could end up perfect 50%. We could end up OTE. So here, okay, and then we just apply the same thing on the other indices. Okay, notice how S&P has eaten into this imbalance. That's the same thing NAS might do in here, but take it one at a time. Okay, partial out here, and then for my crypto traders, Ethereum, I'm looking for price to trade up here if the week ends up like this. Okay, I want the week to confirm a swing low. If we end up like that, then I'll be looking here, and then this candle's low. Okay, this high first, and then this candle's low. In terms of buy ideas, we can wait for price to trade into this imbalance, and then you look for the buy, or this low to this high, find the 50%, which is what I've highlighted here. Below that is where you want to be a buyer. And then finally, Bitcoin, same thing. If the weekly close like this, you're looking for price to trade back to these old lows. In terms of trade ideas, this low, sorry, this high, that could be a good level, because this low to this high, divide that into two, 50% is roughly here. Below that discount level there, and you look for buy. I'm actually in a scalp buy this morning using this auto block here. Okay, so I want to see how we, I think it might come back down. I don't know, because the week hasn't ended yet, so it's a premature long for me. If you want to see the long, I'll show you. There it is. Right, I put it right here for sniper entry. So I want to see if it will go up, and next week, which this week, where is it gone? The weekly range will finish, right? And then next week we begin a new candle. So that new candle is what might take price a bit lower, and then it will expand up, because once we start a new week, it might use the open manipulation and then expansion. So if that's the case, then it might come back down before going up. So my buy will be premature. Okay, that's it from me. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Sunday. Christmas is coming. I wish you all Merry Christmas in advance, and I'll be waiting for my Christmas gift. And I'll drop my Cash App link in the description going forward. If you wanna bless IT, you're more than welcome. Until then, take care and have a very good day.